Is Sony partly to blame for Nintendo's failures? According to one analyst in Japan, he seems to think so. So they have, different investment and analyst firms around the world, and these people have so-called experts, which sometimes they aren't very good at being experts, but they make predictions, or they go out and they try to analyze the market, and they go back and report back to investors, and give them information as to whether or not the company is going to be worth investing in the near future, and if the company has a good business model. So anyway, there was a investment firm, they have an analyst, and the other day he posted up a story that is getting circulated. One of the top things that he mentioned that needs to happen for Nintendo in order to turn around their console or hardware market is that, quote, they need a response to the problem of the inability to secure third-party titles caused by Sony investing heavily in the marketing cost of multi-platform software. So if I understand this correctly, you know how sometimes you see commercials and it may be for a game that is on several different platforms, but the commercial itself may actually be a Microsoft or PlayStation commercial. So publishers may get kickbacks from platform holders. So Sony and Microsoft may go forward, and if you're going to bring a game to their platform, they may say, okay, well, if you bring your title here, we'll also pitch in some money for marketing, so it helps out the platform holder, it also helps out the game publisher. So they both get commercial airtime. Apparently Nintendo doesn't do this, so they don't really help out their publishers, at least when it comes to marketing. Now, if you ask me, I think Nintendo's problems run a lot deeper than Sony. I think you need to be looking a little bit more internally. I mean, that may be part of it. Maybe companies do want kickbacks, but that doesn't explain all the third-party games that came out on the Wii U whenever it first released and didn't sell well because there weren't enough Wii U's that sold, and so they decided not to bring any more titles over to the Nintendo Wii U. I don't think that had anything to do with marketing money. I think that probably had to do with Wii U sales and the hardware itself. And if you want to, take somebody and, really look at their record and take them seriously, you have to look at their overall record. And quite frankly, the person who wrote this statement, I'm not really sure that you can take them quite seriously, because the people who wrote this story, who reported this, they also went back and analyzed and looked at some of his past statements. And this person has a pretty lengthy history of being dead wrong. So they expected the Wii U to sell as well as the Wii. They expected by March 2015 that the Wii U was going to sell 23 million units by then. And to give you an idea as to how far off that is, by December, I believe the sales to date were like a little over 4 million units. So they've got a ways to go if they're going to reach the 20s by next March. So you can go back and you can read this. There's articles that I'll post below, so you can go read all the times that this guy was wrong. And so I wouldn't put much stock or believe that Sony really had a huge part to play in Nintendo's failures. I think a lot of it has to do with Nintendo and their failures. But post below, let me know, what do you think? Do you think it's possible that Sony could have played a role in Nintendo's failures, even though Nintendo came out a long time before Sony ever came out with their new platform system? But post below, I want to know your opinion. Be sure you hit that like button on the way out if you enjoy the news. Be sure you stay right here to this channel and to VGM for your latest gaming news and information. That does it for me, The Red Dragon. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.